We are back with this big breaking news coming in. ED grills Rhea's associate Samuel Miranda. Remember, the family called Samuel Miranda, stooge of Rhea Chakraborty. We're being told that the Enforcement Directorate is questioning Samuel Miranda. So the ED's investigation gathers team and the Enforcement Directorate, remember, is looking into the financial irregularities. The ED at this point in time has questioned Samuel Miranda. That's the update coming in. We'll also try and go across to our reporters to get you more details in the line of questioning as far as Samuel Miranda and his role is concerned in the financial irregularity, because that's the angle that the ED is focusing on. Let's go across to our senior editor Bhavatosh, who has more details on this news break. Yes, Bhavatosh.
In fact, Samuel Miranda's name first surfaced when ED officials and also the police from Mumbai as well as in Bihar police started scanning Sushant Singh Rajput's bank statement. There was some transaction that involved Samuel Miranda. Subsequently, it was decided to call in for questioning. He's among the key players who will be questioned in the first round by the Enforcement Directorate. Earlier, they had questioned the chartered accountant of Sushant Singh Rajput and also had summoned Rhea Chakraborty's chartered accountant. But because of rains in Mumbai, it was decided to postpone his questioning. As far as Samuel Miranda is concerned, his whereabouts were not known for a very long time. And ED has said that he could throw some light as far as daily expenditure of Sushant Singh Rajput is concerned. ED has again made it very clear that the only reason why they have taken up investigation is to suspected money laundering, if it does exist, and also look into the business dealing companies whose directors were Rhea Chakraborty and her brother Shouvik Chakraborty, whether these companies did any business. The preliminary investigation by the ED revealed that these companies hardly did any business. They had a share capital of 100,000 rupees and more importantly had no employees. They do suspect that these companies could have been used for money laundering. In fact, there is a web of shell companies in name of some key players in this case, which are under investigation of the Enforcement Directorate.
Right. Let's also go across to our executive editor Vivek Narayan joining us in the broadcast. This is very important given the fact that
Yes.
Samuel Miranda is a close associate of Rhea Chakraborty. At this point in time, of course, the ED is looking into the financial irregularity aspect.
Exactly. Just half hour back, we had broken the story on how the family was extremely upset about the coterie and people who had technically hijacked the actor. And they specifically spoke about Samuel Miranda. It's interesting that the ED is now questioning that very same person. I have right behind me the details of that conversation, and it says in that excerpt, this is from ADGP OP Singh, who's Sushant Singh Rajput's brother-in-law also, and an IPS officer from Haryana. He's writing to Paramjit Dahiya. He's the then DCP Zone 9 or DCP Bandra with the Mumbai police. He writes, this is a message from Sushant's sister to Priyanka to OP Singh. Sushant's sister Priyanka to OP Singh. And this is what the sister has written to the brother. Miranda and Shruti are the main stooges of that girl, Rhea, and are part of the common conspiracy to destroy Sushant monetarily, mentally, and physically. Very, very important lines coming there from multiple members of the family there, Swati. They are saying Miranda, Shruti are the main stooges of that girl, Rhea, and a part of the common conspiracy to destroy Sushant monetarily, mentally, and physically. All this information was known to the Mumbai police and they did not act. But now it seems the end of the road for the party right now. Miranda has been picked up by the Enforcement Directorate. He will be questioned about his activities, his influence in Sushant's life, whether he was aware of financial transactions or many other things. Swati.
And what kind of information was he privy to? Vivek and Bhavatosh, thank you very much for joining us with those details.